Everybody got me? Everybody can hear me? There we go. Thumbs up me. Make sure you got me. Bam. All right. So guys, first of all, if you missed last week's call, I didn't record it. I'm recording this one. You might not even get it, but you missed a good one last week for sure. So uh I'm hitting a stride right now, just so you guys know, personally, professionally, like in my life, I'm hitting a stride. Today was like yesterday and today, guys. Wayne Kinnahan was on the call right now, sent his general manager here for 2 days. I picked him up at 1 in the morning, drove him to his hotel. I slept for about 2 hours, got up, did my workout routine. Around the corner right here is my workout stuff. He spent half the day with me, half the day with Albert. Took him to dinner, picked him up this morning, did it all again, took him to the airport just a minute ago. So like crash course. Honestly, he got about $30,000 worth of information in about 2 days. No lie, no shitting you. And we put out a plan and he's going to present it to Wayne tomorrow. And I basically said, if he doesn't pull it off in the next 30 days, he probably doesn't need to be working. Okay. He's going to do 150K and it's going to be hell or high water. Like he's going to basically do that or resign himself that he can't do it. So I will tell you this, owners on the call, the buck stops with you. Leadership rises and falls with you. So whatever skills you're missing, get around the right people and don't just consume information. Some of you guys are consumer whores. You read a bunch of books, you take a bunch of notes from 15 different leaders and you get confused. And we already know what happens when people are confused. They just resign to do nothing. Okay. So like deep dive into exactly the process and systems. It does not have to be that difficult. So today we're going to talk about one subject and I'm going to tie it into a bunch of different things that I need you to pay attention and then I need you to execute. And I'm going to give you little tidbits as we go through it, but I need you to execute if you need to win in life. All right. And winning is fun. Okay. And there's different forms of wealth, financial wealth, health, influence, friendships, family. I mean, why not have it all? You get one life, you get one walk around this earth. Why not have it all? And I do not believe God put us on earth to be mediocre, to be average, just to basically spawn offspring, and that's it. Like, why would I want that to be the only life I have for me or for my kids? If that's the case, like, why are we existing? I don't believe God put us on earth just for that. So you guys have chose to be entrepreneurs, or some of you guys have allowed the managers to be on the call tonight. Like, you guys are chosen a path that is probably contrarian to a lot of people. Most people want to play life safe. I believe most people want to play life safe because in their mind, they've convinced themselves or they've given power to someone in their life to convince themselves that they can't get to where they want to get to in life. They can't get to that next level. They're not good enough. They're not strong enough, fast enough, good looking enough, tall enough, wealthy enough, and have the right connections, whatever that they've been told. They've chosen to believe that, or they've tried, didn't work out, and they didn't try again. And so they have a belief that they're not going to ever get there. There's a funny thing about beliefs. There's not a single person on this call who can show me proof that there is a God or there isn't. And I'm a believer. You cannot show me proof that you can measure love. Okay? These are things that you choose to believe and you emote to those things in your own way. And there's different levels to it. Okay. As a person of faith, there's been most of my life, I would say, as an adult, I probably hated God. All right. Where I felt that there's a lot of injustice in the world, unfairness, whatever you want to call it. And I'm confused that if I was the Almighty, why would I let that happen? Okay. Also, the same thing about love. Man, there's different degrees of love. Loving a significant other compared to how you love a kid that's yours, it's different. It's different. How you love a friend or how you love an object, right? We use a single word to mean so many different things. You can't show me proof of your belief in that. You believe it's your actions. You think it's your actions that will show someone enough, but those actions only matter when they're compounded over time consistently. So what does it have to do with anything when it comes to our career path, or how does it reflect our business? Okay. If you're struggling in your business, most of the time there is a lack somewhere. Maybe it's not you, but there's a lack somewhere in a belief that you're going to actually get to the level of success. It could be yourself. You could have some doubts. steals dreams and kills dreams. It could be your spouse. It could be your kids. It could be your family. It could be your friends. It could be the employees that you're paying their checks. They might have a lack of belief, but it's somewhere. Okay, and we're going to play a little game here in a minute. But you guys have heard the saying, the more you believe, the more you achieve. The more you believe, the more you achieve. If you go back in history, there has been wars where people have sent the entire people, all their people, all their men, all their women to battle, to die, because one guy loved one woman and she was on the other side of this country, or in the name of God, in a belief. Millions of people have died. Okay, and it's gonna happen again. So belief can be used very negatively or very positively, depending on who is wielding it, how they leverage it. And so if it can be used for a power of strength, if you can literally will yourself to victory in life through your career, through the business you own, the more you believe, the more you achieve. So the first question I'm going to ask you guys is, like, to what degree do you believe the product, the service that you provide is of a value that impacts your income and your influence in life? Because every business should have impact, influence, but you got to have income. Otherwise, you call that a nonprofit. So first question, like if you're the leader in your company, is, at what level, what degree is your belief? Do you believe you're going to be successful? To what degree? Do you believe your service or your product is at a high enough level that it is valued? Okay. Would you give yourself a low belief system or high belief system? I would also tell you is, once you're super sure of your belief in what you do, who you are, you need to be firm in it, because the world's going to challenge that belief. And for sure, the more success you have in your company, the more you're going to be challenged. The more you're going to be challenged how serious and dedicated you are to that system of belief. All right. So I wrote on here, when everyone believes in a business or an idea, when everyone believes, everybody who works inside your company, everyone who's connected to you, and then all the people who are partaking in your product and service, when everyone, okay, so most of you guys obviously in the martial arts business, imagine every student, every parent, every employee, the full ownership group, and all the people connected to that person or people. And when everyone is believing in where the company's going, what it serves for, what it's designed to do, okay, when that happens, not only is success available, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It's impossible to fail. One of the things that I've been doing this year is looking back and studying Aaron and figuring out, what were the things that I did and didn't do in my life that I need to replicate or take away. My first martial arts school, I knew nothing about business. And a lot of you guys have been doing this for a while. It's probably pretty similar here. I made success purely out of passion, out of my heart. Okay. I did a lot of things wrong starting my business. I did not treat people sometimes appropriately as a staff member because I just didn't know. Like, I would underpay people, overpay people, underwork people, overwork people. Didn't know how to hire the right people. Like, there's a lot of things I didn't know. Didn't know necessarily how to market right or advertise, or confuse the two, like a lot of people still do. There's a lot of things I did wrong. What I did right, my heart was in everything I did. I built my business based on passion, and you could sense it when I stepped on the floor, and you could sense it when I talked to people. Like, I had no other option but to pour everything into every class. My dad, taught me how to teach martial arts. And, one of the things he always talked about was, being present with the people you're teaching, using the gift that I had, which was vision. I could see people 3 years in the future when they couldn't see themselves, leaning into that vision, that gift that I had, but teach every class like it. That is how you're going to be measured, because it's going to be somebody's last class. It might not be my last class teaching, but someone's quitting that day. Like, you don't know when that's happening. but teach every class like it's your last class, because it's going to be somebody's last class. You want to leave it on a high note. So I've had the stomach flu. I've had death in the family. I've had financial troubles, relationship problems, health issues. When I taught class, nobody knew anything. I was all in. I figured out how to make it work. So I built this on the belief that I knew I was gifted at pouring into people and building people, not necessarily martial artists. That was secondary. So it doesn't matter what the product is, what the service is. Every company I'll ever be a part of, I'm going to have a high level of belief. I'm going to partake in the product and service. I'm not ever going to be part of something I don't believe in. I can't do it. Okay. So first question, your outcome. How many people actually believe in what you're doing? Who's doing it with you? Okay. And how are you going to address it when it's low? Now, I'm going to rewind. If you remember some of the things I've taught you guys in the past is confidence and belief go hand in hand. You gain confidence by doing hard things. So Wayne's guy was here today, and he asked a question yesterday in our meeting. And I told him an answer, and I could see his face. And in his face, he didn't like the answer because he thought he was already doing something. And then I pointed out 10 different ways how he wasn't doing it. So this morning, when we were working together, gave him a scenario, and he was going to wait a couple of days. I says, well, the issue you just said your staff is not doing, you're doing it yourself right here. So he changed his game. He went to the next room. He started working on some phone calls. And his first one was horrible. Horrible. He was nervous. I could feel his heart from the other room, but he stuck with it. And every time he did the one, he got better. He got better. At the end of it, I could feel his confidence being gained. Whereas most people would have shied away, not done it. I could feel his confidence gaining. You do hard things every single day, things you're scared of, like a phone call in front of someone else who's coaching you. You do enough hard stuff, you convert confidence into a belief system. You start trusting yourself. And then other people believe in you, which takes it to the next level. Okay, so belief. When everyone believes in the outcome, it is inevitable to have success. So I'm going to give you guys some homework here, and I'm going to give you little tidbits as we go through this. Okay, so first question or first challenge. Okay, I want you guys to play a what if game. Some of you guys did this with me this morning on the call, and you should do this with pen and paper. Today is August 29th. There's 2 more days this month, 30th and 31st. And then you have 30 days in September. So we're going to say September 30th is the day we're aiming for. Everybody with me? September 30th. I want everybody who owns a martial arts school, okay, right now, I want you to picture your school. If you got 2 schools or 3 schools, picture one school, one location. One location. And I'm going to challenge you right now that God himself calls you tonight after this call. And if you don't believe in God, I call you. I don't care who it is. Somebody calls you right now. Okay. Hopefully I'm not God because we're all in trouble. But God calls you after this. And he says, hey, Brett, man, good to talk to you. Listen, there's 30 days in September. You still got 2 days in August. If you personally do not sign up 70, you personally, not a staff member, you. If you don't sign up 70 people by September 30th, hey, when the clock turns October 1st, kiss your kids goodbye and your wife goodbye. That's your last day on earth. That's it. You're done. Taking you away. I ain't telling you where you're going. I don't know if it's heaven or hell. You're going somewhere. What if that was real? Obviously, we know it's not, but let's play make-believe for a minute. Let's just role play. What if that was real? And you got to say goodbye to your family. Forget your friends. We're not worried about them. You got to say, I got to go kiss Lakin goodbye. Say goodbye to Jackson. Okay, Brooke's probably going to be okay with it, whatever. Okay, but we got to say goodbye. I got to kiss Cameron goodbye. He's going to cry. All right. I got 32 days. It's not 70 people. It's more than 2 a day. Do you believe, I'm going to use that word, do you believe you're going to get the job done? Or do you have doubt? And if you have doubt, why do you have doubt? Because is your product not worth going and fighting for those 70 people? Or do you feel fear that you don't know the skill to do that? Or you don't know where or how? Or do you believe that you'll figure it out no matter what? Because you know death is coming anyway, so why not go out swinging and give it everything you got? And you believe. You actually don't even believe. You just flat out know now. Okay, so where do you fall in that category? Then what I would do right now in the same scenario I'm putting you, I would take this little mighty weapon, mightier than the sword, and a little bit of some paper. And everything that I think I would have to do so I can have the next day to see my family. Every idea you come up with, everything that's spinning in your head right now, guys, you just start writing down as fast as possible. That pen doesn't stop. You write down every crazy idea that you would do, and you better do some crazy stuff. You write down every crazy idea that you would do, but then stare it down. I might take you 15 minutes to write this all down. And then ask yourself, why are you doing that? Because if you believe in your product and your service, it should be unethical not to sell it at that volume. What would it take? Matter of fact, everybody right now, just in your mind, 70 people, let's say they have a value of $200 a month. Okay, at 70 people, I think that's $14,000 in revenue a month. It's $180,000 a year, roughly, if I do fast math. That's if you did this for 1 month. Would that not change your business right now? Who could, am I doing math right? Let's see, I think I did pretty close. 70, if they're a $200 evaluation, and we did that for 12 months, that's $170,000. Who in here could not handle another $170,000? Like, would it not help you grow you? Could you not hire more staff? Could you not improve your service? Could you not get out of debt? Could you not grow your business? Okay. So like in your mind, that's if you did that 1 month. 1 month brought you an extra 170,000. What if you went with reckless abandon 12 months out of the year? And that 170,000 in recurring revenue that you just gained times 12, oh, you just added $2 million to your bottom line. Why would you not do that? Why would you not do that? Okay. Why would you not do that? Well, it comes down to belief. Or you don't have enough pain to take that next step. Well, you don't have enough pain because you probably actually don't believe that you can go after it, or you're confused, or you don't have the capacity in your mindset. So what's stopping you from getting that belief? You should document everything that you would do. What would you do? How creative could you be? I'm telling you, that's a strategy you guys should be developing. And if you went for 70, you fell short and got 47 people next month, and you did it the next month and the next month till you have new problems, right? You have a new level in your life. New levels bring new devils, where you have to like, I don't have any room for these people anymore. How well known would you be in your community? Now, I'm going to pause here as your brain's kind of spinning on this. I want to go to the next challenge. You guys have all heard the concept of service is senior to selling, but nobody on this call actually lives that life. Your staff doesn't live it. You don't live it. So let's go to the same scenario. You have a $200 valuation. Okay. You have a $200 valuation. You're supposed to have a product that is worth 10x what you charge. So if I'm charging a member $200 a month, I'm supposed to give that person a $2,000 service. So if I called one of your members right now and said, hey, Mr. Smith, listen, would you, I know it's August is almost over. You paid us $200 this month. Listen, I forgot to add a zero this month. You're supposed to pay me $2,000 for this month. Would they freak out, or would they be like, no, that's about fair. That's what I should have paid you. And I call all 147 people in your school and they all say, yep, that's what I should have paid you. Probably I'm going to get a lot of what the hell conversations. So what would a $2,000 service look like without adding product? I'm not saying you got to give them more product, more service. With the same service they got, they need to feel like they're getting a 10x value of what they're actually paying. So they feel like they're almost stealing from you. So now let's think about that strategy. Okay. If someone was paying you $2,000 for their daughter to come twice a week to your martial arts school. Okay, my daughter's 10 years old. She's at your Christ school. She comes twice a week and I pay you $2,000. She doesn't get private. I'm not talking extra services. Just for 2 classes a week, I'm paying you $2,000. If she misses a class, would you guys call? Would you wait till the next morning? Would you send a text, or would you call, or would you FaceTime? If my daughter was getting bullied in school, would you try to have a meeting with my daughter, or would you show up, meet with the principal, say, this shit's got to stop right now? If my daughter's grandma passed away, would you send flowers? If her dad got a promotion at work, would you send him a congratulation card in the mail? Okay. If we were moving across town, would you send us a package, a welcome package to our new home? Would you pay attention when she got glasses? Would you notice that she's about to fail a belt test 30 days before the belt test even happens and go ahead and preemptively create an opportunity to have a conversation with her family and have their best interest in mind? How hard would you fight for that $2,000? What creative ways could you service that person and their entire family, their entire circle? Now, you're the owner. What if every staff member, volunteer, had service on their heart? Never thought about money and literally lived with the idea of service. Would you order pizza on a random Wednesday night for your teen class and sit around and fellowship with them? Would you create impromptu moments when you notice that everyone's in need because something happened in the community? You had a family member have a tragic accident. Would you have food delivered to that family's house for weeks on end if you needed to? Say they lost a mom or a dad. Like, how willing for every person, not for one person? What if every staff member had that as their main focus every single day? You take those two strategies. You 10x the value of the money being paid to you, and you go with reckless abandon, like your life's on the line, if you don't scream from the rooftops about how you are changing lives with influence and impact. You do that and you serve people, money's never an issue. Never. So the question is, why is this not happening? Why is your team scheduling, getting a lead, calling them, and it's a Tuesday, and they try to schedule the appointment for Friday? So here's your first tidbit. Your first option always is the same day. I call somebody Tuesday at 6 p.m. Hey, Mrs. Smith, listen, I know I'm just talking to you right now, but I got an appointment at 7:45. You want to get here right now? It's always your first option. Urgency. Next, when do you follow up with the person that you're calling? While they're on the phone with you. Not after you hang up, not the next day. Hey, Mrs. Smith, I got you set up for Friday at 7 o'clock. Hey, I just sent you a text with our address in it and a point of reference so you know to find us. Oh, by the way, you said that you want to bring your daughter in here because she needs confidence. Hey, I just sent you a video specifically showing how we teach confidence to our kids here. It's a 2-minute video. Just watch it when I get off the call. My follow-up's already happening before I even finish the call. You guys should have a top 10 list. Every time someone calls you with a problem that you're trying to solve. Hey, I'm looking for martial arts. Hey, why are you calling? Because my daughter's got bad grades. Okay. Because my daughter's getting bullied. Okay. Because my son wants to play football and he's not strong enough. Okay. I get the 10 things that I know people are calling for. And I go ahead and have canned videos ready to go. No other Christ school is doing that kind of stuff. Because you're going to be paid in life for the problems you solve, and you know the problems they're calling for. Next, this all ties into how much you believe in your product and service. Promote the distraction. You guys right now are going to have people knock on your door and say, hey, I need to quit. Why do I need to quit? Because football season's happening. My son's going to play football. And instead of waiting until 14 people come knock on your doors and want to pause their membership for 10 weeks while their kid plays football, Why not go ahead and have communication through video and email? Hey, parents, we know football season's coming, soccer season's coming, ballet season's coming, whatever. Hey, here's how we handle that at our martial arts school or our business. Here's our policy. Here's what we want you to do. And then you have your policy put out there. Because instead of waiting for the parent to come up with the idea, because the parent's going to think the only option for them is, hey, we can't come for 10 weeks because you got football 4 nights a week. So let's not pay you because we're not coming. Because all they see is as a bill. So why not go ahead and get ahead of the curve and promote the distraction? Why are you going to wait until 14 people come to you and now you're stressed because everybody wants to quit right now? You already knew it was coming. Get ahead of the curve. Okay. Next. You need to make sure there's a culture in your business that every staff member knows that your business is designed to serve its customers and clients, and that you have a duty as the owner. One duty is to put the best people in front of your client, your customer, your students to serve your clients. Okay. So understand, it is your duty to put the best people in front of them. Your staff members need to know that. And you then have to tell them, you believe they are the right people right now. And you hope they continue to grow into the best people in the future. Grow is the most important word there, because you're going to grow as a leader. The product's going to grow. And if they don't grow, if they're not training on their skills, they're not getting better at their sales, their communication, their marketing, their branding, their teaching, their skills, their understanding of weapons or sparring or whatever it is, then you owe it to your customer to get the best people. That needs to be a culture. The next thing is, I believe service should be one of the highest points of interest inside any company. Why will somebody go to Chick-fil-A and spend double the money as McDonald's? Because how they feel when they're there. Chick-fil-A believes in its product so much as they're willing to charge more than anybody else. All right. Next, you need to have a culture that if you're going to be wrong, this is how I'd say it in my company, guys. If you're going to be wrong in my company, we're going to be Aaron wrong. Okay. What does that mean? I do not ask my team members their opinions, their advice. I tell them. And if I'm wrong, it's wrong on my dime. I'm the one that's going to go down with the ship. They're not financially tied to the business. If I go belly up and bankrupt and lose my house and cars, that ain't them. So if we're going to be wrong, we're on my dollar. And they can either be with me or against me, and that's it. There's no other option. I hope that they see enough belief in me by my actions, by how I treat people and how hard I go after it, that they know my belief is so strong, there's only one outcome for me. But if they don't have that belief in me and they want to challenge or question, then they don't need to be part of my family. So in my company, if we're going to be wrong, it's going to be Aaron wrong. You need to have a culture like that, because you're the one where the buck has to stop with you. And if you want to run your business into the ground, it's your prerogative. They can choose to leave. Okay. Or they can choose to fight with you. And business is a fight every single day. My duty is to make sure that I build up my team through training, education, experience, emotion, fun, excitement, that they see the way I move, the way I live, as much as I can handle, that they want to be a part of that. Okay. So I'm going to pause here and I'm going to read something to you. I'm actually going to read two things to you. I would say one more thing before I read this to you. I would challenge you. This is what I wrote down. I would challenge you to use your phone, pen and paper, whatever works for you. And I prefer pen and paper, but phone's my backup. Document every time there's a problem in your school, in your business, somebody gives you a problem, document it, because it's going to come back around and you need to start promoting those distractions, get ahead of the curve. Solve the problems with some urgency. Quit letting it be a problem over and over and over again. Here's what I wrote down. Have aggression while others are timid. What scares people and excites people about Aaron Hensley is because I think a movement, I think an action, I take the action. I don't wait till Friday. I do it the same moment. And if we're going to be wrong, we're going to be wrong on me. Have aggression while others are timid. That's how you're going to get ahead in life. In a fight, I wait for the other person too much, I die. Okay, the person taking action with urgency, effectiveness, with some strategy and logic. Okay, if you use too much emotion, you're going to get hurt. But have aggression while others are timid. All right, here we go. The more you run, this is going to go all together. It's all going to tie back into our belief. The more you run from adversity, the more adversity will find you. The more you run from tough times, the more you won't possess toughness. The more you run from the details, the farther you'll get from your dreams. The more you run from the truth, the more the truth will expose you. The more you run from being coachable, the more you won't play. You can keep running away, but remember, what you're running from will always be running faster after you. You will get caught. Stop and confront what you have to so you can start running in the right direction towards improvement. So all of us shy away from the hard things. We don't get up and swallow that frog. And by not doing the hard things, we don't build confidence, which means it lowers our belief. So if you have some low beliefs in parts of your business or parts of your personal life, it's probably because you're not getting up and tackling the things that you're scared of. And you're running from your problems, hoping to outrun them. Somehow they come back around. So you either need to get honest with yourself, put some accountability in your life. And I'm going to finish with this, and I'll give you guys a few minutes for Q&A. If you have a team member on your staff right now, and they do not have a high level belief in what you do, well, how do I know if they got belief or not? Would they buy what they're selling? Okay, if I'm selling cars and I'm selling BMWs, but I'm driving a Mercedes, there's probably a problem. I'm selling phones and I'm selling iPhones, but I have a Samsung, there's probably a problem. Okay. I'm at a steak restaurant. I work at Ruth's Chris, but I'm a vegetarian. That's a problem. So if you're selling martial arts lessons, but your staff ain't wanting to take lessons and they don't want to show up and hang out there, and they don't want to actually get out there and sweat and work out and get better, or you got an instructor who won't go take a seminar or a class because he thinks he already knows everything. Where's the belief? And to the degree where the lid is, some of you guys already have the book where I've given you information about the belief lid. Where the lid is, from the ownership down, determines how far the business is going to go. All right. Last thing, make sure you guys register for the September event. Reach out to me tomorrow morning if you need some help with that. I'll have some office time tomorrow to go through that with you. Your hotels for November. You guys need to be at November event. We have guest speakers. We have, first of all, Sunday night. The title Sunday night, guys. There's only one emotion allowed in business. You guys should know what that is. That's what Sunday night is. Monday, let me give you a quick rundown. Here's the topics on Monday, guys. Here's the topics on Monday. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Bam. I got an email right now I like. All right. So Monday we're gonna go, and this is open. It is a fourth cost program. So get your hotels first. You can pay for the event later. This is for your full staff. You pay one fee. It's going to cover Sunday night, food and drinks, Monday and Tuesday, all day events. We're going to go from 9 to 6, both Monday and Tuesday. So you can leave super late Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. Monday, we're going to go over entrepreneurship, marketing, money, and mastery. We have guest speakers. And on Tuesday, we're going to go over vision, goals, purpose, plan for action. And then we're going to finish with rapid fire Q&A. Tuesday, all we're doing is mapping out 2024 for your business. Okay, you're going to go home with a clear plan, concise plan of how you're going to dominate 2024. Okay, so get your hotel ASAP. It's a huge weekend. I do have one spot. I've got 2 people staying at my house already. I've got one spot for one more. You'll come in Friday, Thursday night. You can come in Thursday night late, but Friday, Saturday, you guys will be here at my house. So you'll meet at my house at 9 o'clock Friday morning. You stay with me Friday night. You'll stay with me Saturday night, and you can go to the hotel Sunday. So you can get 2 nights at my house. Either get here early Friday morning, fly in Thursday, grab a hotel Thursday night, and come stay with me Friday, Saturday. But you're going to sit right here where I'm at right now, and we're going to deep dive into your personal, professional, financial future. 2 days of that, and then I'm going to take you to a football game Saturday night. Okay, I've got 1 spot left for that. That 1 ticket comes with two people. Okay, interested in that? Hit me up on that. That's the pre-event, but that event's huge. Just get your hotel. Do that fast. Okay. I do have some virtual events coming up, guys, that I'll tell you about. One, we did the holiday sale. We got a couple more of those. If you didn't book your dates, you're behind the curve. Make that happen ASAP. Okay. Q&A. Let's roll. Who's got me?
Aaron, quick question.
Bring it on.
Can I get a reminder on the 365 book that you recommended recently?
Look at that, baby. I read from it just a minute ago. I love this book.
Yes, sir. I love it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Nobody else? Cool. I must be rocking it. All right, sweet. So,
Quick one.
bring it on. Let's go.
Okay. So we're gonna sign up 70 members in 32 days.
I love it.
This is something you guys are confident and seasoned in your skill. What would you give our team advice on maybe a couple different approaches to take?
Okay, if I was going to die in 32 days and have to say goodbye to my daughter, I'm going to tell you right now, I would end the call right now. I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do. I will, Mr. Reed. I would end the call right now. I'm going to get my whole family down here. I'm going to say, guys, listen, I got 32 days to live.
Hey, we should.
It's 70 people. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, hey, I need all of you guys telling every friend and family member why they need to be at my business. Because of this product, this service that I have, it's going to change your life. Because I believe, like in martial arts, by the way, just so everybody knows, martial arts saved my life. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. I would not exist today. My dad would have been dead without martial arts. Martial arts saved his life first. I was a geek in school, overweight, redheaded kid, nerd. I would be sitting behind a computer, 400 pounds, working a desk job, hating life, probably committed suicide by now. I'm telling you, martial arts saved my life. It gave me skills to become the person God intended me to be. It saved my son's life. Okay, if you know anybody in his background, it saved his life. You want to talk about high belief system? Okay, I know, and it's not the kicking and punching part. It's the environment, it's the people, it's the places, and it's overcoming hard stuff consistently to become the person that I am, my son is, my father is. All right. I would not know a single person on this call without martial arts. I would have not met Cameron. He would have not met his wife. I celebrate 30 years as a black belt. As a black belt, I've been a black belt for 30 years. You writing me a check right now to give up all those experiences. There's probably a number, maybe $1 trillion, if that exists, maybe 100 billion. I don't know, to give up all that. Maybe there's a number, but I don't know that version of myself. So I'm telling you, I believe in martial arts so much that I believe it's almost unethical to have kids in martial arts. I believe it should be, I think if I was the president, I'd make everybody do it. It'd be required. Shit, you go to Japan, they do it in the school system there. Why not do it here? I believe in it that much. So one, I'm going to employ everybody who's in my power base. If you love me, care about me, you're going to help me. Okay. Otherwise, I cease to exist. You don't have me anymore. So that's the first thing. I'm going to do that right now. Then the next thing is I'm going to call up everybody who's already in my program, and I'm going to beg them to give me their 5 favorite people in the world that live close to them, because I believe this product's so empowered to them and powerful for the next person that it's an unethical duty for me not to ask and for them to give it to me. Then I'm going to call those people. And by the way, I ain't going to call all of them because I just employed my whole entire family and all my friends to help me out. I'm going to go with reckless abandon, like my life's on the line. You know how much money I've spent so far? 0. Haven't spent $1. Okay. Like Andrew's on this call. She's been sick for a little bit of time, probably coughing right now as we speak. But if she knew I called her and said, hey, Andrew, I'm dying tomorrow if you don't help me out. She's going to help me. If I call Cameron, matter of fact, there's probably not a person on this call. If I called that, you're going to help me. Okay. I'm going to basically go with reckless abandon, getting everybody to help me out. And it's going to cost me nothing. Then here's the thing. Because I'm going to finish up with this. So don't let me forget this. Then I get all these people. I call them 150 people, get 5 names. I call them all, try to get them in, not Friday, today. I'm going to try to like triple book every appointment. Then everybody I'm calling, they don't want to book an appointment. I'm like, hey, who's your 5 best friends? That's just one idea I gave you. That's not talking about the booths I'm going to have. That's not talking about the advertising I'm going to spend. That's just one idea. Now, here's the thing is, if you go with that kind of reckless abandon, the only reason people are going to help you is because you have service in every action all the time. You go above and beyond. I went to lunch with some people after church Sunday. And it was going to be just my family of 4 and Emma, because Cameron's not here. But then one of my friends was by himself, so I invited him. And the next thing I know, we have like 14, 15, 20 people. I don't know how many people were there with us. A lot of people. And we have a server at our table. And all of a sudden, this other server comes over to me. She came up to me. She says, oh my God, I'm glad you're here. I didn't get to say thank you the last time you were here. I just want to say, hey, I appreciate you so much. And then she walks away. Didn't say what for. I know what for. I had a $40 tab and paid her, I think, $140 tip. Okay, like understand it's just money. Yesterday, I'm with dinner with one of Wayne's guys. I go wine and dine him, get him a nice meal. The boy don't eat that much. And I tip the lady 100%. I almost always tip 100%. Okay, or more. Okay. I just believe in the fact that when you have success and you have financial wherewithal to do that, these people aren't making a lot of money. And sometimes that one idea, that one shift in them, okay, they can think about money different. Matter of fact, the reason why most people I notice are unsuccessful is because they build their dreams based on their paycheck. They got $400 this week, so they think that they can only afford this car. They don't think above their paycheck. They're building dreams so small. So you can't get all these people to help you. You can't get all these people to help you if you don't have service in your heart all the time. Okay. But that's one idea that I would do tonight. Literally, I'd be acting that way. And what if you have 100 people, and you got 5 names from everybody? What if you suck and only got 2 names? That's 200 people. You call those 200 people. You only get 30 appointments. You only get 15 people from that. But then I'm going to get all those names I got. I'm going to ask them for their friends. Cost me nothing. I would not do that if I don't believe in the product. Okay. Next question. Everybody's brains are spinning right now. That's what's happening. Everybody's brains. So I want you to take pen and paper. I got another exercise I'll give you later, but I'm gonna do this exercise Thursday on the group call. But right now, if you were trying to give it 10x value, you charge $200 a month. What's the $2,000 program? What is it? Not the program add-ons. What is the level of service you're giving to your people? So they feel like, I'm only paying this guy $200. Like, damn, I'm glad. Okay. All right, Victor, bring it on, sir.
Yeah, what would you do if you don't think your product's that good?
Oh, that's a great question. I would jot down all the reasons why I believe my product is underperforming at that level. And then honestly, that'd be one of the things you'd bring to me or Travis, right? Like you write down the 15 things. You're like, man, we're bop, 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 bop. And then you try to come up with a solution of like why that is, right? Is it from your leadership? Is it from a staff perspective? Is it from like knowledge base, whatever it is? And with urgency, I would go after tackling that. And yes, in my martial arts schools, did I have schools that were underperforming? 100% yes. Okay. Like, and most of the time it wasn't the information. It was the execution of the person there doing it. And I failed at finding a better person. Right. So like 100% that you could have all the belief and knowledge and information and have the wrong team. Most of us, though, know we have the wrong team and we do nothing about it. We sit on our hands because we're scared to take the action. By the way, The reason why I read you that is because you can't outrun your problems. If it's a problem now, it's going to be a worse problem in a year. So why not go ahead and handle it now? So yeah, write it down. And that's kind of stuff you should be bringing to me. All right. Hey, I'm going to finish with this. For my accountability clients, we're doing the 2 calls, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We went longer. We believe your people need more teaching, role playing, and space to ask questions. So we're going to do that for September. I believe it's a better service to you guys because your people really need a lot of teaching. And we split the calls to be one focus pretty much. The Thursday staff calls for everybody, all the clients, you guys need to get your people on that. It's good information. I sent out over $1,000 Thursday to your staff. Okay. At $10 and $50 and $100 to people. Just because they did an exercise as a fun thing. If you did those 2 things I told you today, because you believe so high in your product, you went after crazy amount of people in 1 month and then repeated the process. And if you fail, you built the confidence of yourself that you went after something and have a higher belief. And if you gave a higher level service, a 10x level of value, and you continue to do that, it is impossible to not get everyone to believe in you, and it's inevitable you will be successful. So challenge yourself to do that. While you're doing all that, you're going to have a lot of problems. You're going to have a lot of obstacles. You're going to have a lot of challenges. While you're doing all that, your beliefs got to grow. Your staff's beliefs got to grow, and you need to have a little fun in the process. So find ways to schedule your fun even. What is fun? Okay, like enjoy life, because wealth is measured more than just by money. And I love spending time with my people. All right, simple. Go play golf, sit outside and have a conversation, bring them over to your house, right? Like enjoy the process because it's going to be hard. All great things in life have some kind of obstacle you have to overcome. Okay, you don't deserve joy without some pain in your life. You guys have a great Tuesday night. See you guys on the call Thursday. Good night, guys.